Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick, and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 190k reputation points. In this video, I will be speaking about GBPUSD. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I will be covering the technical aspect for this market. Then we will be moving to the order flow by looking at the commitment of traders, so the COT data, so essentially what hedge funds and the big players in the market are doing and how they're moving their orders. And by the end of the video, by using a combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here for this pair. So this is definitely a video you do not want to miss. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. This is the place to be for high quality, free trading education. Now, without further ado, let's jump straight onto the charts. Starting here from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that we have a market which at the moment is testing a quite strong historical level of monthly support and demand. In fact, from here, all these previous rejections to the upside have been created. And what we can notice is that at the moment, the market is testing exactly the same zone. So there is definitely the possibility to see some bullish price action being created away from this level. So the monthly time frame definitely seems quite bullish. Dropping down on the weekly time frame, what do we see? Well, from a weekly perspective, the situation is a bit different because what we can notice is that from a weekly standpoint, we do have a resistance at this area. This zone, in fact, was acting already as previous support here, preceding all these rejections to the upside, and then the market broke below the level. And what we know is that previous support, once it is broken to the downside, becomes resistance. So at the moment, the market is testing previous weekly support, now turned resistance, from which there is the possibility of seeing some bearish price action being created. We can also notice that from a pattern standpoint, since we have an impulse and a correction, if we want to measure the correction, what we have to do is take our Fibonacci from the high to the low of the impulse leg. And what we can identify here is that we have the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement lining up exactly at this area, therefore meaning that we have confluence of resistance at this area. Now this is very important, so let's keep it in mind and drop down on the daily time frame. Now from a daily perspective, this is where things get quite interesting because if we look at what we have here when it comes to the structure of the market, we can notice how we just had a shift from a daily bearish market to now a daily bullish market. In fact, we went from creating lower lows and lower highs now to creating higher highs and potentially more higher lows. So in a situation like this, we have now a bullish market from a daily perspective. So there is the possibility for this market to break above the confluence of resistance that we have just identified on the weekly time frame, which is at this area. So if the market, and only if the market, would manage to break above the confluence of resistance, at that point, that previous resistance would become support. And inside of this confluence of support area, if the market breaks it to the upside, there is a very high probability of getting more institutional longing, which at that point could further increase the probabilities of a potential push higher away from this level. Now, speaking about institutional longing, let's go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders, so what hedge funds and the big players in the market are doing. Now, if we look at the data for the pound, the first thing that we can notice if we look at the data for the GBP is that actually we're looking at GBPUSD because all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. And what we can notice here is that with the last reports, net positions have been massively decreased. We went from having 70.4k net positions, so a positive net positioning, all the way down then to having minus 28.9k net positions. And clearly the price has been suffering from this. We had a break to the downside fueled by institutional shorting. However, with the last report, net positions have once again started increasing. So this is the first time after many reports where we were seeing thousands of longs getting closed from an institutional perspective. This is the first time that we see once again longs getting opened from an institutional perspective, precisely 8,109 longs getting added with this new report. So institutions are now already starting to long. So if we will see the break above this level, we have a very high probability on the retest to see more institutional longing, which at that point would further increase the probabilities of a potential push higher away from this level. And by the way, if you still haven't, make sure to join my free Telegram channel, which you find both on the screen and also linked in description, so you never miss new updates. Now, back to the analysis. As I was saying, if we get this break and retest, what would I expect in a situation like this? Well, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily timeframes combined with the COT data, those are the best timeframes when it comes to the directional aspect of the market. However, when it comes to identifying early shifts in the trend of a market, the best timeframes for that are the intraday timeframes, so 4-hour and lower. Therefore, what I would expect is that if this market would shift from an intraday bearish to bullish market at that point, I wouldn't be surprised to see a potential push higher, completing this daily impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. Now, if you want to learn more, I really suggest that you go and check out the transparentfxtrading.com website, which you find linked in description. From here, in fact, you will have the possibility to gain access to my entire courses. You will also have the possibility to gain access to one-on-one live private mentoring directly with me, the VIP market breakdowns with the Telegram signals, the COT data software, which is precisely the one that we used in this video, the trading station software, which puts together everything that you need as a trader all in one interface. And if you continue to scroll down the website past the testimonials, you will see that you have the possibility to join and gain automatically access with email and password that you will create during the sign-up process. So I really suggest that you go and check it out as soon as possible. The link is in the description and I will see you in it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and also let me know in the comments below any new pairs or topics that you would like me to cover in the next videos. And I will see you in my next breakdown.